The journey of a simple dreamer. My family experienced hardship when I was still a kid, wherein we were not able to afford anything we wanted, like toys, because we were out of budget. My mom also says that instead of buying toys, we should buy food for our tummies to avoid hunger. And we really understand that because of our situation. Since our family is growing at that time, we, our needs are growing too. But we are very happy and contented with what we have as long as we are able to eat 3 times a day. I have a responsible dad. He is a farmer, but he always makes sure that he will provide for our needs, for us to not be able to experience the hardships that he went through when he was young. I love that character in him. And also, my mom is a pure housewife and able to take good care of us. She is a good mom to us. The unconditional love that they showed toward us is a home for us. They really support us in terms of our decisions in life. Our family is still very happy though we encounter lots of troubles and challenges, but we make sure to conquer them all to be able to survive life with the help of God. Our parents were able to send us to school despite the hardships we encountered in our living status. They really work hard for us to finish our studies and to be able to get a degree for our future someday. My sister and brother really pursue their studies and work hard to get a degree to help our family achieve a little bit of ease in life. My siblings become the breadwinners of our family and they make sure that they provide for our needs because they want our mom and dad to relax because they're getting older. Though they are far from us, the communication we had with them is still constant. Luckily, our family life is getting better now, unlike before, but we still encounter hardships, but luckily it is not that much because God is still with us. That's a quick background on my family, and now let's proceed to my journey as a dreamer. Thanks to the assistance of my sister, brother, and parents, I have a comfortable life. When I was a kid, I dreamed of being a professional in the future. That's the goal, so that I will be able to give back to my parents for their sacrifices for us. When I was in elementary grades, every time our teacher asked us what course or degree program we would like to take, I would always say, I want to be a doctor because I wanted to help people who are in need and also in my family. But that dream always changed as I went along the way. Fast forward a few years, and I graduated from elementary and high school without a single failing grade. I actually did great in my studies. I was included in the top 10 list before. That's why I'm very confident that I will also do great in my college life. So here goes my college years. But first, a quick recap of why I was able to study at NSAMC. Here's the thing. I took lots of entrance exam from different schools before because I wanted to study far from our hometown and I wanted to be an independent woman. That's the thing that plays in my mind constantly. I was able to pass my entrance exam, but sadly, my parents won't allow me to go to my desired school because they are afraid that I will leave our church, especially my ministry, which is in the music ministry. I'm a part of the worship team, and I was the only worship leader at that time. I was so disappointed because they were very supportive of all of my exams, both financially and emotionally. But why? At first, I didn't understand, but later on, I did. I meant for the school and CMC. During my first year at the school, I have lots of adjustments to make. Before, I used to have a big circle of friends who were with me all the time, from recess, lunch break, and even going home. But here, during my first 3 months, I didn't have any friends. I usually went to the cafeteria alone and ate alone during lunch break because and that was the biggest challenge for me. Plus, I did not like my chosen degree program at that time, which was to be a future educator. Literally, I don't want to be a teacher, but later on, I love my program because I've made some real friends. I tried so hard to study for all of my subjects until the first semester was done. I was so happy that day because I was able to survive the first semester and I got my grades. I expected so much that I would pass all my subjects, but I failed. I questioned myself if I've done anything wrong or anything at that point, and I cried so badly. I felt bad for myself actually. Second semester, I gave it all because I was afraid of failing again because the education department at that time had a retention policy requiring education students to have a GPA of 85, and luckily at the end of the semester I passed it all. I thank God because He was able to let me survive my first year. The year came, and this is the year that I've been through a lot. My parents would always fight because of my dad's jealousy. He always thought that my mom had an affair with someone, which was not true. Since my mom was always in our house, preparing everything for us and always there to take good care of us. Our our family was totally a mess. All I can say is that since my father got drunk every day and my mom would get angry, they would fight all day long. We'd wake up late at night because they had a fight and would eventually evacuate to another place for us to be peaceful. I experienced sleeping in our churchmate house and for weeks and in our church for months. I had an anxiety attack every time. I usually woke up at 12 midnight without them knowing it because I can't breathe. I ended up crying because I didn't know what to do and was stressed out by my studies. I don't want my parents and siblings to be disappointed in my grades. I have lots of silent battles, but I surrender everything to God. Despite all the struggles in life, I never gave up. I still hold on to God's promises. In my second year, which was my first semester, I was given an opportunity to go to new places, which was in Manila, because there would be a conference there and it was church related. As part of the ministry, we're required to be there. Indeed, it is really hard to manage time since we have classes and the following week will be our exam. To make it short, I didn't have failed grades, but I didn't manage to get the retention policy of the school because I got only 84.58 at that time, and I was advised to shift to another degree program. I was deeply mad at myself, but I know God has a better plan for me. The following semester, I shifted to political science. My studies were so smart that that's all I can say. And I found a home in Polsai. I really love the course. I always think that maybe this is the one who is meant for me. I really enjoyed it until the pandemic came. After the first semester in Polsai, I was able to get back to education because according to mom, the assistant dean, it was really sayang kasi marami akong na-take na subjects before, lalo na yung mga major. I never really thought about what God wanted me to do in my life, but I always trusted the process that He intended me to be in. I know that all of my trials and tribulation were part of God's plan to me. to put the test and make me stronger. It was his way of teaching me that I should always acknowledge him. Now I'm a fourth year student, but I will graduate late because I have subjects to finish before I start my FS. But I know that God will bless and guide me as always. I might be delayed in graduating, but delay doesn't mean no. I know it was God who moved in my life and redirected me to His path. Maybe this is not the right time to graduate since I have lots of things to do for God's kingdom, and all of this has purpose. In Isaiah 60:22, God said through His word, when the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen. I do believe in God that He is with me all the time, and in this battle, I know there will be a great victory soon. God's goodness is surely with us. He makes the impossible possible. Without Him, we can do nothing. And, and it is for this reason that we should truly rely on His word. The things that we enjoy right now are not ours, but God's who owns them. The secret of being able to enjoy life is that we should be happy and contented with what we have and pray to God for a better plan for us. Thank you and God bless.